This is a time match between
this man here doesn't want to waste any time getting started against Dave Wodka. This is Mike Miller, the thumbless one. Ooh. And a strike to start out the match. Come on! His wife Jody Ann watching and liking what she sees.
Wodka, after an open in the semifinal match, put it all together as he shot 258 to Roger Bacher's 237. He's right there.
Well, can you get it going, and then can you keep it going? Wodka doing a great job. He gets to finish on his good lane, and that's because Mike Miller wanted to finish on lane 46. High flush for Wodka.
Strikes in the opening frame for both of these players.
7 for 7 on lane 45 for Wodka. Is it 8 for 8? Oh. It's a 10-pin.
Well, you like this area. Grand Prairie, you won a couple of titles in the late 70s, early 80s, didn't you?
It was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Very hospitable in this part of the country.
Good to be back in Dallas. Wodka 2 for 3 on 10 pins today. Mike Miller won 16 of his last 17 matches in match play. They bowled 24 games, head-to-head match play. His record, 20 wins, 3 losses, 1 tie. All he wants is just one more win. Strike here, we go a long way to get in there.
Smooth Mike Miller. Brings it back.
Or you know, he wants to emote, but he knows it's early. Keep your composure right now. Great look at the style of Mike Miller. Very strong release without a lot of effort, and that is done by just palming the ball. It's something I don't suggest for the average player to try, or even the pro to try. Mike developed this a few years ago, decided to reinvent his game, and he's done one heck of a job at it.
Beautiful three-bagger for Mike Miller. He said that he's changed things a little bit. He's really devoted a lot of time to family and to his religion. And so the constant pressure is not there, but the enthusiasm is there.
Well, strikes like that will keep you enthusiastic. Wodka trailing by 20 pins. Doesn't want to lose touch with Mike Miller. 2 shots thrown. 2 good deliveries. Now it's 3 for 3, but there was that 10-pin in between to stop the string. It's still a 20-pin deficit.
Wodka up in the 4th. His mother, Kathy, a lady pro at one time.
Keep it right there, David. You'll do well.
Fourth frame. Wodka down 20.
Look out. Oh, it held on.
That's a double.
Dave Wodka, really a good-looking young professional. Nice backswing, very solid. Look at the balance at the line, Phil. That's what I really like in this youngster. And he likes that strike.
You talk about balance. Mike was saying he's really worked on his game. He's got to keep in shape because he says he's so powerful, the lower part of his body for Mike Miller.
Is it 4 in a row? It's the 2 and the 8, and there's a slight little chink in the armor from Mike Miller. Ball's simply going to come in light, won't get up to the pocket. It's the head pin. The head pin goes around the 2 pin, leaving the 2 and the 8.
Difficult spare.
Very difficult spare. Must see if he is going to go with the no thumb. He can do both ways, whether no thumb or with the thumb. He's going to hook it into the 2-8. Will it get there? It does. A nice spare, not an easy one. Only an 8-pin lead for Mike Miller.
A couple of PBA titles for Mike Miller.
You can see the thumb is not in the ball. It's palmed, cupped. Thrown with a lot of power.
I can do that with an 8-pound ball. Yeah, I mean, that's tough to do.
It is tough to do. Miller hasn't won since the 92 Wichita Open. Once again, that's today. There's the 7-pin. The 10-pin gets knocked out in the half pocket hit, but the 7-pin stands. You see that a lot with guys who hook the ball. He certainly is one of them. Watch the 10-pin. It'll get knocked out by the 6, but the 7-pin, it's just going to be left alone. Goes with the thumb in on that particular spare. Hard and straight.
Got a good game going here in the title match.
Well, Wodka was down early against Bowker last match. He finds himself in the same situation this match. Miller through the front 3. Wodka didn't double till the 3rd and 4th frame. Then Mike sort of waited a couple frames. This to take the lead. Boy, what a confident-looking player right now.
3 in a row for Wodka. Last year, made a couple of shows. 3rd and 4th place finish.
Well, Phil, a lot of confidence today. Look, he's very nonchalant about that particular shot, and that's his first lead in the championship match. He's up by 3 pins. This to take it to a 13-pin advantage and really put a lot of pressure on Mike Miller.
Got it out.
And so fortunate, only leaving the 2-pin. The 2-pin was there, the 8-pin was there, and the 10-pin was there. 10 and the 8 fell late. He's very pleased just to be looking at a 2-pin. That was really a very poor shot on his side. Just did not get a clean release. Easy to make the 2-pin. Hangs on to a 2-pin lead. And Dave Wodka will be back to bowl against Mike Miller. Coming back to this championship match right after this.
Hey, Meta, which of these shots should I take?
Try to hit the yellow ball.
Phil, we've got one heck of a great bowling match here as we see Joe Schumacher. He is the president of Schumacher & Company, who promote the tournament, along with Carter Lanes.
There's a beautiful look at that trophy. We got a dandy of a match, Marshall. 2 pins separate these 2 players.
And 2 players who could show a little bit of nerves coming down the stretch. You know, Dave Wodka's never won. It's been since 1992 since Mike Miller has. He came in live on this lane last time. That's going to get there. Solid 10. But back in the pocket. We'll take a look at the 6-pin. Second from the right. It's going to go right around the bottom. Actually touches the 10-pin ever so slightly, but not enough to knock it down. Those are the Brunswick Pro pins, 3 pounds, 10 ounces. He goes with the thumb in the ball, hard and straight, and no trouble making the 10-pin for Mike Miller. You know, the versatility of Mike Miller really, I think it lends for him to be even a better player than he's shown, because he can throw the ball straight when he needs to. He can bowl with his thumb in the ball and throw it hard and straight up the corner, or he can get inside without the thumb in the ball and hook the ball as much as anybody. So he really has the best of both worlds. The problem sometimes, Phil, is when to put the thumb in the ball and when to take the thumb out.
I think that'd be very difficult. Go back and forth. Mike Miller. Another 10-pin.
Another solid 10. It's okay. He's kind of patting himself on the back. He said, well, you know, I made a good shot. Here we go again. All you can do is hit the pocket. And Jody Ann watching. Very pretty lady who, well, she'd like to see all 10 of them fall over. Just a couple more times, please.
Able to pick up the spare, so Mike Miller trying to hang in there right now. Dave Wodka has a 4-pin advantage in this tight match.
And it really was the opportunity for Miller to put pressure on a man who's never won. He got up, made 2 great shots, solid 10, solid 10. Really gave Wodka a little bit of a reprieve. Wodka's found a little bit of what we call hold. His ball is a little left of his target, but there's enough oil in the middle of the lane to hold the ball back. That ball looks a little bit high. 7-pin, the last pin to fall over. Wodka 4 pins up. Great reaction. Chance to make it 14 pins with a strike here on lane 45 in the 8th frame.
You always look for that little bit of hole, don't you?
Well, you're looking for some kind of area, whether it's left of your target or right. Will that get there? Half 10. Got to the pocket. That was the lane he left the 2-pin on last time, Phil. And the 2-pin that he left was just, we'll just call it like I see it. It was a bad shot. That was a very, very good delivery, but the carry wasn't quite there. It's still a 4-pin match with the conversion.
Picks it up. Mike Miller down by 4, and he is up in the 8th frame. We've had a lot of strikes, and now guys having to make the spares.
Now Miller with a slight advantage, even though he's 4 pins down. He can shoot 245. Wodka, the best he can do is 239, but he needs a strike here. That's the start. Now, if he can strike on the left-hand lane, Wodka will not be able to shut him out.
Miller's last show, the Brunswick World Tournament of Champions in Overland Park, Kansas. He finished 4th. He's won a couple of titles.
On that telecast, Phil, he really didn't have much of a shot to the pocket. Today, he does have a good shot. This is opportunity to hold it in his own hand. With that strike right there, Wodka can't shut him out. Very happy Jody Ann, and his son Chris jumped out of his chair when he struck on that ball. There he is. There's a good smile from the youngster. All right, Dad. Let's take a look at a very demonstrative reaction from Miller. Oh, yeah.
Wodka answers in the 9th with a strike.
Boy, these last 2 matches have been great, Phil. Just exceptional. Wodka down by 6 pins. Chance to change that to a 4-pin lead with a strike in the 10th frame. Once again, all Wodka can do is shoot 239. Miller with a possible 245.
Ken Wodka came up last match through 3 in a row, and Bowker couldn't match it.
Well, he's shown that he can strike under the gun. He did it last game. Will he do it here?
Oh, yeah! Kicks out that 10-pin.
Not much reaction from Mike Miller. He knows how that power ball works. He throws one and a great shot. A great shot from Dave Wodka. Watch the head pin. The late messenger. Little reaction. You know there's going to be one.
One of elation.
And one of just, oh well, I still can't be shut out. From 4 pins to 14. Will it be? And that, oh my gosh. Now there's a shot that he would love to have back. Because not only does he not get the 14-pin lead, but with the bad count, as Mike Miller looks over the scoreboard, Mike Miller may not even have to strike on his first shot in the 10th frame. Very important for Wodka to get all 4 of these, and he needed to at least get 3 of those.
Now Mike Miller can win it with 9 spare strikes.
You're absolutely right, Phil. But I know Mike Miller wants to strike and just be done with it. Don't leave yourself anything you have to make, and don't force you to have any pressure in the second ball in the 10th. 9 spare strike to win. A strike on this shot, and he wins. Was that slow off his hand?
Got it! It was, but it strikes.
And Miller just clinches.
He needs 5 pins, Phil. Very, very happy Mike Miller. 5 pins on this ball. It's all over. And that first ball, he goes hard and straight. That's experience. That's enough.
Mike Miller captures his 3rd PBA title.
And a happy family.
Well, much.
Well,